November 23rd, 2024, Board of Commissioners meeting in Meriwether County, 6 o'clock p.m. We ask you silence all your phones and electronic devices, and we'll start off with the invocation. And we're going to ask Mr. Clint Murphy if he'd mind doing it for us tonight.
Let's pray. Father God, we just thank you for the many blessings that you've given us, Lord, and the reminder of the season that we're in and the things that you've done for us that we don't deserve, Lord. We just ask tonight that you would bless the commission and the citizens that are here tonight to do the county's business. Give them wisdom in your discernment, Lord. We just pray all of this in your Son's holy and gracious name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What we need to do is adopt the agenda. Has anybody had a chance to look over the minutes? Any changes? To adopt the agenda, excuse me.
We got one change, Mr. Chairman. On the presentations, Commissioner Threadgill.
Presentation, okay. All right, I have a motion to adopt the agenda.
So moved.
Have a second? Second. All in favor? There we go. And we'll go right on into agendas, and if that's the only presentation, Commissioner Threadgill.
So just a little something for somebody pretty special up here on this board with us. So if you all will allow me to read through this and bear with the reading. It's a proclamation, and it's a proclamation to recognize Rosalie Garrett Plant for her outstanding service to the citizens of Meriwether County as Commissioner District 2. Whereas Rosalie Garrett Plant has been a cherished resident of Meriwether County since 1973, building a loving family with her first husband, Carl Garrett, and raising two daughters, Angie and Carla, who attended Meriwether County schools from kindergarten through the 12th grade, as well as embracing her stepdaughter, Amy Plant, as part of their blended family. And whereas after Carl Garrett's untimely passing in 1984, Rosalie courageously stepped forward to complete his term as county commissioner, making history as the first female Meriwether County commissioner, 1984 to 1986, and continuing her service in subsequent terms from 2015 to 2017 and from 2020 to 2024. And whereas she later married Mike Plant, also known as Big Daddy Santa, or Big Daddy Claus, sorry, and together they have nurtured a blended family of 3 children, Amy, Angie, and Carla, and 6 grandchildren. Angie and her husband, Clint Murphy, are parents to Garrett, 23, Emma Grace, an angel in heaven, and Anna Marie, who's 19. Carla and her husband, Corey Yeager, are parents to Claire, 21, Caroline, 18, and Carson, 15. These children and grandchildren bring an immense pride and joy to Rosalie's life. And whereas she earned a master's degree of science in criminal justice and a bachelor of science in allied health from Columbus State University, showcasing her commitment to education and professional development. As an alumni and leader of Leadership Meriwether, she served as the first president of its alumni association, exemplifying her dedication to community leadership. And whereas Rosalie has contributed significantly to her community through her role as a congressional liaison for the U.S. Congressman Richard Ray from 1988 to 1992, and her 19-year career with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, where she advanced from office assistant to park ranger. And whereas Rosalie's platform has focused on fiscal responsibility, advocating for efficient use of resources, and promoting population growth and industry development to enhance Meriwether County's tax base, serving on the Meriwether County Industrial Development Authority beginning 2/8/2017 and currently serving as chair. And whereas Rosalie finds immense joy and purpose in her passion for collecting and reselling antiques and old things, she loves the thrill of discovering treasures at estate and yard sales, and she takes great pride in reusing, reselling, and repurposing these items. Through her work at High Cotton and Woodbury, Rosalie creates beautiful displays and shares these treasures with others, spreading the joy they bring to her. In her spare time, she delights in tending to her yards and eagerly looks forward to preparing her flower beds at her beloved home on LaGrange Street for the spring season. Now be it proclaimed by Meriwether County Board of Commission on the 23rd day of December 2024 that Rosela Plant Garrett be and hereby recognized and committed for her outstanding service, trailblazing leadership, dedication to community service, and enduring contributions to our county. Proclaimed further that the Meriwether County Board of Commissioners does hereby extend its best wishes to Rosela Plant Garrett on her retirement.
Thank you.
And you
Well-
will definitely be missed.
Well, it has been an honor and a privilege, and I will say this from the bottom of my heart, especially to have my family here. It means the world to me. And I don't want to cry, so I'm not going to say a whole lot, but I couldn't do it without them. It's been a team effort from day one, and especially when we lost their daddy. I know Angie and Carla both probably had to suffer a lot through that first term. And with that being said, they went to a lot of commission meetings, I'm sure. They probably got an early education on government. But with that being said, through the years and all, I've always had the support of my family. And today, especially moving, we got it done, or they got it done. Even with me going to hire, and y'all know me, I'm very frugal, cheap even. But as it turned out, they all pitched in and they've gotten us moved. And we're going to start enjoying our new house. I'm going to miss being up here. I'll be honest with anybody. It's been an honor to be in this seat. And that was the one thing with the 3 new ones coming in. I remember asking Art, this is my seat. I had it on the first go round, I had it on the second go round, and I'm not giving up my seat. So, but I do thank everyone, and I think we've got a great team here in Meriwether, and we've still got a lot of work to do. I will continue to serve with Miss Jane, but I've asked to step aside on that role as well. But I'm looking forward to a new chapter in my life. I really am, and whatever that is. But the 40 years I have basically, from the time that I was first elected to today, it's time for new leadership. So, Jennifer, I just wish you well, and if I can ever help, I'll be more than happy to. But thank y'all very much.
I do think we need a couple of pictures to put in the paper with your
Okay.
family and the
Well.
items.
Well, y'all, I
So
appreciate
if the
it.
family will come up on this side, we'll get everybody in the picture.
That's enough said for me.
Y'all may have to help her hold it.
Have to get over here. I had some help. Are we good? You see everybody? Yes, I can see it.
And just one with the rest of this board too.
Thank you. Well,
We kind of.
this board's coming. Anyhow. Ready? Yeah. You know that one? You want? Love it, okay. We can.
On that table there, so it won't be in the office.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank y'all. I told you they hang out. I know everybody's tired. So, y'all wanna? Yes, y'all rest up. Y'all go rest up. Mike, if you and Amy want to, I mean, you don't have to stay. Whatever y'all want to do. So. This one's leaving.
All right, we'll move right along. That was an awesome presentation. Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Daggett. Finance report, John.
Mr. Chairman, Board of Commissioners, in front of you are the bank balances as of 4 o'clock today. You notice the general fund's got 2.1 million. That's due to a $1.8 million check received from the tax commissioner. I spoke to her today. She's at about 75% tax collection so far. So we should have another big check at the end of the month, 1st of January. All the other balances are holding steady. Finance has no concerns on bank balances unless the board has a question. Second page, you have your SPLOS and T-SPLOS commitments. SPLOS, we have $783,661 available to spend. If you will notice, the Coweta fire trucks are removed. We have received all 3 of them. I think the third one, either Danny has picked up or he's picking up next week. And then on the T-SPLOS, we have $137,557 available to spend. And the LRA is a little over $500,000.
Any questions from the board? Thank you, Mr. Scott. Do we have any department heads here tonight?
Just got one comment on the department, Ms. Jennifer. Commissioner Worsley, you wanted an update on the LRA projects. Southeastern Site Development is doing LL Revel. It's about 60% done. Magnolia is about 95% done. Tigner and Trammell, Piedmont Pavement has those. They have looked at Tigner and the water is significantly higher than what it was back in the summer. They had to order some sheet piling to help control the water. On both, they're looking at 2 to 3 weeks where they get started on Tigner and Trammell.
Before they start.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and he does have Brit Wrap and rock like that to try to help if need be till he can get out there and fully get his crew out there.
Okay. So, thank you. We have a lot of citizens, to continue to add.
Yes, sir.
More updates, so thank you.
Any other department heads? We have anyone signed up for citizen comments tonight?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, we'll go right to the minutes for December the 9th, 2024, regular meeting, 6 o'clock. Has anybody had a chance to look over those, see if there's any changes?
One change was brought to my attention from Commissioner Collins. On page 6, it says $2 million warehouses. It's 2 million square feet. I've made that adjustment. I just didn't reprint them out, but that has been made. That's been changed.
Well, if there's nothing else, do I have a motion to accept the minutes?
So moved.
Got a motion, I have a second. All in favor? We're gonna go into the public hearing for case number P24023, request from Sung Kim for an alcohol license for M Guest House Restaurant located at 271 Heather Lane, Hogansville, Georgia. Do I have a motion to go into the public hearing?
So moved.
Got a motion, do I have a second? Second. All in favor? We are now in a public hearing.
I'm going to ask that we continue this until January the 8th because Mr. Kim was not able to make it here tonight due to the holidays.
Continue till when?
January 8th, the first meeting in
The
January.
8th or the 9th, our next meeting?
8th on Wednesday.
I knew we changed it, but I couldn't remember what that date. So January the 8th.
I make a motion to continue till January 8th meeting.
So we continue
We're
to
in
open
it.
public
Yep.
here. Okay.
Yep.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
No, wait,
So we won't close this.
No, we're going to continue this one.
Okay. All right. Case number P24-024, request from Larry White for an alcohol license for Cowboy Town. Do I have a motion to go into the public hearing?
So moved.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on before we do that motion. Can we don't even have council here tonight, can we?
He's on
He's on
Oh, I'm sorry.
He made it.
Glad to have you here with us, Michael.
You can withdraw a motion before a second has been made.
That's what I was about to do. Well, the second was made and we voted on it to continue it. You hear me, Mike?
Sorry, I thought that was the first one. Did y'all actually vote on Cowboy Town?
No, we haven't been there
No,
yet.
but
Mr. Kim just showed
walked
up.
in. So.
Okay, yeah, y'all have
I mean,
already voted and continued that one. You've made a motion, you granted that motion, it's been continued.
But we can also go back and hear it now, right? Since
You can move to amend the agenda, add it back as a public hearing, or you can continue on with, since it's already been advertised for today, or you continue on with it on the next meeting as y'all just move to continue it too.
So I can make a motion to amend the agenda for item 3 under public hearing for case number P24-023.
Yep. And I'll second it.
Correct.
Okay, we'll get that into just a moment. So now, as I was stating, do I have a motion to go into a public hearing for case number P24024, request from Larry White for an alcohol license for Cowboy Town?
He made the motion, Thriggin made the motion.
Yeah, and we didn't
Collins
finish it
seconded it.
because
Let's get a vote.
interrupt this. So, all in favor?
Who seconded?
Collins.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we are now in the public hearing for number 2.
He seconded everything tonight so far.
Yeah, you got to hear me.
Good evening. We have Mr. Larry White and his representative here tonight. I talked with council after the last meeting, and being that you guys have already approved the alcohol license, Larry is actually coming, he owns it, and he's coming to ask that you guys approve him as the licensee for Cowboy Town. And that's what we're here tonight to ask for, is that Larry White be appointed the licensee. He has passed all background checks. Application has been completed in full. We did advertise in the paper and on site.
What are we doing with the current licensee? Because we approved one for one of his employees originally.
Right,
What happens to that person's license?
she's no longer the licensee. It then becomes Larry White. He's the one responsible then after this. Her license, she's being removed off as licensee.
Michael, can you hear all of that?
Yes. So I sent Cassandra a memo on this previously. The state does not have a problem with naming a new licensee, the state under the state laws. However, your ordinance actually says that if you're going to change anything about an application, you cannot do a renewal application. It has to be a new, and it would have to be a new application with a new licensee. My understanding is that they ran that ad as a new application. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay.
Yes, we have. Yes, we ran it as new application with Larry White being the licensee.
And what I'm asking is by default of him being the licensee, she is no longer a licensee for that establishment.
Correct.
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 The way the ordinance and the state law work, both the corporation and the designated representative are your licensee. But you have to have a specific person when it's a corporation, as you know, as that designated person. And so normally you'd just be able to renew it as a corporation serving as the licensee, except for you cannot renew an application that has any kind of change from the previous application. So by changing the rep, you have to do as a new application. But yes, that would be the corporation and the new rep would be the licensee.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
If there's no other questions or concerns from the board, the owner wants to make a motion to grant Mr. Larry White the alcohol license for Cowboy Town. Oh, we gotta go out. I know, we gotta go out. Is there anybody here that's that would speak against Mr. Larry White having this liquor license? Or for? And anybody here for it?
I'm here for it.
I'm sure you are. And you're more than welcome to say something if you want to, but you don't have to.
Well, I'll wait until there's objections.
Okay. All right, now that that's said, do we come out of the public hearing, or have a motion to go out of the public hearing?
So moved.
Have a second. Second. All in favor? We are now in the public hearing. Now, do I have a census from the board?
I'll make a motion, we accept the application for license as presented and recommended by staff.
I'll second it.
Motion is second, all in favor? There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas.
Appreciate you very much. Come see us.
Thank you.
You too.
See you later.
All right, now we'll go back to the first.
We're number 3 now.
Huh?
We made a new
Oh.
agenda, so it's number 3, but it's reading.
Oh, it's going, okay.
Yeah.
So number 3. So now we'll go to number 3, where it was amended to case P24. Oh, so we gotta go back into, we never closed that one, so it was an open, we continued. So do we?
Go back into case number P24023 for the request that was continued to hear currently.
All right. So number 3, P24-023, request from Sun Kim for an alcohol license for the M Guest House restaurant located at 271 Heather Lane, Huggersville, Georgia, as we had a motion to continue that.
Okay.
All right,
Let's
now you
continue.
can,
Let's continue back in, so.
Got it?
Can I go? Okay. All right, there again, I'd gotten with
Did we get a
Mike.
motion in a second?
No, because it was a
Is
continued.
it-
That's what I was
It's a
asking.
continued open
Okay.
meeting.
I was
Continue.
confused. I'm sorry, okay.
As Michael said earlier, we were in conversation together with this after the last meeting, and we have advertised this one as a complete new application and licensee for M Guest House. This is the Korean restaurant in Hogansville at the park, at the Meriwether Park up there. They have only been open during lunchtime, but now Mr. Kim is wanting to open Monday through Fridays, 11:30 to 8, and he wants to be able to serve alcohol as well. So this is a whole new application. I said we have advertised, we have put signage up, we have done the background checks. All has passed, and he hasn't been able to answer all of the questions that were in the, as you guys saw in your packet, these were questions that came out of the ordinance. Mr. Kim has been able to show up. He wasn't expecting to, but he was able to make it. So if you have any questions for him, he's here also.
So I got a question. How does this work? Do you get, I know there's also, we're offering a county license, but they also have to get a state license.
After we issue the county, I send a copy of the county to the state, and then the state will issue the state license after the county license.
Because I know Mr. Larry White, he already has a state license.
But he doesn't have the 2025 yet.
He does.
Oh, well, not the counties.
Huh?
Not the counties.
Oh, no, I know that, but he's got a state 2020.
Right. Not the counties, though. And he, Mr. Kim, they won't accept his until we approve alcohol for him to sell. Because
Commissioner, as
they
you
won't-
may have heard me, say a little while ago, the state law doesn't actually require on a renewal. You can just change the person who's going to be your designated rep. It's our ordinance that requires a new application if you're going to change the rep. And so that's why that previous one was probably able to get a 2025 state license at that point in time. Because they already existed and they were renewing their state license without having to worry about the change in rep being an issue.
okay.
But they haven't gotten the county's 2025 yet.
So you have to have a
You gotta have both.
County first.
county license first.
Yes.
Any other questions? Is there anyone here to speak out against this license being issued? Is there anybody here that's for it that would like to speak on his behalf?
Ms. Jane?
Come on up, Ms. Jane.
My name is Jane Fryer, and I work for the Meriwether County Industrial Development Authority, and I have worked with the owners and the new managers since the beginning. And they are a very reputable family, and we never had a complaint out of them. They've done everything they had to do, and I would truly recommend that you approve their license.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. If there's no one else, do we have a motion to go out of this public hearing?
So moved.
Got a motion, we'll have a second.
Second.
Got a second, all in favor? We are now out of the public hearing, and do I have a motion from the floor?
I make a motion to accept the alcohol license for Sun Kim for the M Guest House. That
I'll
restaurant.
second.
Got a motion, got a second, all in favor? There you go, Mr. Kim. Thank you, Merry Christmas.
I look forward to eating there.
We'll go right on into appointments. We only have one there tonight. It's appointment to the Meriwether County Water and Sewage Authority, District 5, set to expire 12/31/2024. Mr. Ward.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Cody Crooks to that authority.
I'll second it.
Got a motion, got a second, all in favor? There we go. There's no unfinished business. Under new business, first thing is consider renewal for workers' compensation, Marsh McLennan Agency Key Risk.
Commissioners, in this packet, you'll have the renewal premium for Key Risk, that's our current provider. The renewal premium is $145,128. Last year was $152,018, which is a decrease of $68.90. We budgeted $160, we're saving almost $15,000. Staff recommends approving the renewal premium of $145,128, binding coverage as proposed on page 11, and authorizing the chair to sign both page 11 and page 4 of the application. And this runs from January 1st, 2025 to January 1st of 26.
Questions from the board?
This was the same carrier?
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion, we accept the workers' compensation as requested by staff and allow the chair to sign.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor? Thank you. Number 2, amended resolution confirming appointment of Robert Phillips to the Meriwether County Board of Tax Assessors.
Commissioners, at the December 9th meeting, the appointment was approved. However, a clerical error resulted in an incorrect date being entered in the resolution. Staff recommends approval of the amended resolution to confirm the appointment of Robert Phillips to the Meriwether County Board of Assessors with his term beginning on January 1st, 2025.
It was put in there that his term began on December the 9th when he was reappointed, but his term actually begins January 1.
I make a motion to amend the resolution confirming the appointment of Robert Phillips to the Meriwether County Board of Tax Assessors.
I'll second it.
You got a second, all in favor? All right, number 3, resolution to authorize the tax commissioner of Meriwether County to accept various forms of payment for taxes and license fees.
Commissioner, this resolution authorizes Tax Commissioner Deanne Cruz to accept multiple legal payment methods for taxes and license fees. It will replace all previous resolutions on this matter. Staff recommends approval of this resolution and to allow the chair to sign.
Are the payment methods outlined?
Yeah, no, that's what I was about to ask.
They're in the resolution as personal, company, certified treasurer or cashier's check, as well as bank, postal, and express money orders, ACH electronic transactions, web payments, e-checks, and credit and debit cards. It's the second paragraph of whereas.
Okay, so we have, got it. I was still looking at the Robert Phillips one, sorry. Personal company. Okay.
Do I have a motion from the floor to allow the tax commissioner of Meriwether County to accept various forms of payment for taxes and license fees?
So moved.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Got a second, all in favor? There we go. Number 4, fiscal year 2025 Public Transportation Service Agreement, Three Rivers Regional Commission.
Commissioners, a similar agreement was signed on June 27, 2023 for $25,900 as part of the GDOT 5311 Public Transportation System, also known as the Three Rivers Regional Transit, for the period of July 1st, 23 to June 30th, 2024. These fees have not been collected prior to COVID, but due to the increase in operational costs, they're requesting these fees to be collected for the transit service. This agreement will be for FY '25 and covers the period of July 1st, '24 to June 30th of '25. The amount for is $25,900.
What do you mean when you say these fees have not been recovered? From whom, by whom?
Yeah.
From Three Rivers,
To,
from Meriwether County. They have not charged us for the transit fees.
so they have not charged us for the original agreement of July 1st, 2023 to June 30th, 2024.
Not
We have
since-
paid
Not
for that.
since
Not
COVID.
since prior to COVID, the pandemic.
Do we have to pay that?
It's for the citizens that use the transit, they're requesting that we pay it.
Why did they not collect it? And I don't remember that not being part of
I
any
don't-
of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that I pulled back for the years prior when we had approved it. And I know that the charge originally, several years back, was 11,000 and something, and then they went up. And the last one we signed did state 25,000.
But every year they come and present to us when it's time for renewal, and there was never anything in there stated or agreed upon of not collecting from it, so I'm just,
And the board wishes we could table and get more information for the
Well,
January
it's
meeting.
a little confusing, because I mean, obviously we approved it, we budgeted for it, but then we closed out budget years with a surplus because we didn't pay it. Now, you know, it's reasonable to do again, but are we asking here to go back and pay for something we're about to close the books on 24 and pay for the upcoming year?
so you're saying
That's
they
a good
didn't
question.
collect,
That's what
so
we need.
COVID was in 2020.
Right, and
So
they
they
did not collect, according to what her email to
Yes.
me and John was, from Jeannie Brantley, they did not collect, and it wasn't just from us, they didn't collect.
So
They didn't
20 to
collect.
21, 21 to 22, 22 to 23, and 23 to 24, they didn't collect, but now they want to collect 23 to 24.
That's what I'm
Yes.
assuming.
The email I received, Commissioners, was, please be advised that Three Rivers RC has not collected these funds since before the COVID pandemic. However, due to increases in our operational costs, funding will be collected this fiscal year. Our finance staff will notify the local governments in early 2025 when the payments will be due.
And we've looked at our books since that point to make sure that we haven't paid it out, because I know that it was
We
contracted.
have not paid it out from the prior years that I've seen, all the way back to 20.
But they're not asking for the previous year.
No, sir, that's for the current. But we can table it to January until we get more information on it. It was just a request that came in.
Because I don't think it's clear that they're not asking for prior payments. Based on that wording there, it's not very clear that they're not asking for that.
And there was never anything prior to y'all coming on that was presented to us that there would not be anything collected.
I mean, if we owe it, we owe it, we agree
Right.
to it, but we need to understand, are we fixing to have to write a $100,000 check or just a $25,000 check?
Yes, sir.
We need to know.
Need clarity.
Yes.
Well, I thought your wording that off the email was, even though we didn't collect for those, we're asking for the 23, 24. So we're not
Correct.
asking for it.
They're on the,
Legally, that's not saying he's not. I mean, that's just saying, we didn't, I just want to make sure you know we are now. And you are what? Making sure you get the current one, or you are making sure you get all of them?
yeah, because in the FY '25 contract that's attached, the only mention of any dollar amount is $25,900.
Let's-
But we
I mean,
can,
we're gonna have to, I just
We can
want to
table it
understand
if you
which
wish.
one. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
like to.
I do have a question on, didn't we have a presentation during the budget hearings and all from the director for?
Mark Butler.
Yeah.
Mark Butler.
I was going to say Mr. Butler, but I wasn't sure about the name. But he did a presentation and had, did we go back and review what, during his presentation, because he told about services and all the other things and all.
He
Did
did
he
talk
mention
about.
any?
he talked about
of
transit, but he didn't talk about the cost.
About the cost, but he did talk about the cost increasing, of course, with the transportation services
Right.
that provided to the surrounding counties as well. But the way I took it is they had not been collecting, even though we signed the agreement, they've not been collecting the money, and I'm not sure why.
That's why I understand in our books did not show a payment being paid for
I'm
$25,000.
I'm just wondering if there's something in that presentation that he made that we're not catching or whatever. If there's a reason.
I don't remember nothing like that.
I remember speaking about transit, but I don't think he talked about dollar amounts.
And what I'm thinking is, was there federal funds coming down that would have supported this
I think-
program during COVID?
Maybe that was
And
why.
it's an offset.
Correct.
That's where my mind's.
Yes, ma'am.
And mine is that, what is the payout for this? Is it quarterly, is it monthly, on a normal basis per the contract that we have with them for the service? And then why is it
Think
coming
they-
before us? Now, I mean, I appreciate the fact they didn't collect for 3 years, but I still want to know why, I guess. Because it was never discussed prior to this that they were not going to collect.
It says compensation will be requested no more than monthly and no less than once a year. So it's very vague.
And it may be, and I hate to beat this dead horse now, but it may be that they got federal funding during COVID and that has run out.
Yes, ma'am.
But they need to be very clear. of
We
what-
can get more information at the board.
Yeah,
We'd like to table it.
I
I mean,
do.
we agreed to it, we're gonna have to do it, just, how big a check are we about to write? We need that information.
Motion table.
I make a motion to table to the next meeting in January.
I'll second it.
Second, all in favor?
And we'll get all those questions answered.
Report from the county administrator.
Commissioners, we had a pre-bid on elections on 12/18. I believe 4 contractors showed up. We answered the pre-bid questions today. The RFP is due on January 3rd at 12 PM for the elections build-out. Road patching training has been scheduled for January 28th, 29th, and 30th. The mini-X is at Public Works. The animal shelter paving and landscaping is complete. The roof will be started after Christmas. The tree has been cut down at Luthersville Road that we discussed at the last meeting. Andrew McCory will start as the Parks and Recreation Director on January 2nd. The 3 RFPs for the Assessor's Office has been posted for bid. The RFP for Cane Creek Bridge has been posted for bid. And I'm waiting to hear back from AEM on the Manchester Field Farm removal.
Report from county commissioners. Commissioner Collins.
All I want to say is Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Ms. Rose.
I'm gonna say the same thing, and I hate to say it, but I'm about a party pooper. Moving has been taking its toll today, so, I just thank everyone for everything that has ever been done for us, and, my tenure as being able to serve. I just wanna say, I'm looking forward to a different lifestyle. I don't know what it's gonna be. It definitely got a lot of things to do at the house to get things completed, let's put it that way. But thank y'all very much, and thank you for the recognition. And thank you, Brian, for the resolution. I appreciate that.
Well, I talked to Angie, so.
No doubt.
Thank you, Ms. Roseland.
Just so y'all know, Brian and Angie, were basically, y'all were a year apart, weren't you, in school?
Yeah, she was actually in my wedding.
Yeah, so we go back a ways.
I'd like to ask a couple of questions. So for, last week, we had a gentleman come speak about the speed bumps, requesting speed bumps on Dunn Road. So I've talked to several citizens, and there is a legitimate concern there with that traffic. So I would like to request if staff could analyze that and then bring a scenario back for the board's review, of potentially doing that. As well as a concern of on Durand Highway 194, where it meets Dunn Road, and the curve, if you're heading to Durand, there's a short curve and then the railroad tracks are right on you. The citizen requests is there any way to put advanced warning lights that the train is there, that the signal is active before you get to that curve, because it's a short curve, no sight distance, short distance. And 2 years ago, we had the accident where a gentleman on a motorcycle come in, hit the back of a car, and very bad situation. And there's almost an accident there every time there's a train.
That's gonna be up to you.
It's a state highway, so we could,
We can reach out to DOT.
but it would somehow pre-warn that this, you know. Okay, thank, other than that, I'd like to congratulate and thank Ms. Plant on her service and her future retirement. Good luck.
Well, thank you.
And I was like, thank everybody in the county that's doing what they're doing, keep, working hard and getting things accomplished for the citizens. I appreciate that. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
That's all I have is Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and Rosal, I'll be calling you every day.
Same thing here. Thanks to all the staff all year long and all your hard work and dedication. I want to wish the whole entire, the employees, the staff of Meriwether County, and the citizens of Meriwether County a very wonderful Christmas, and hope you have a very prosperous and healthy new year in 2025. Other than that, that's it. Anything from the county attorney?
I have no report. I do understand that we have need for executive session. I'm not sure what the category is, so Mr. Gorton will have to fill you in on that.
Personnel and tax matters.
Yeah, I was going to get to that, and I thought probably we'd just have it right here to where you could stay joined in with us on Zoom.
We can call them on our phone if you need to.
Oh, okay.
That would be better.
Okay.
Mr. Gorton has my my cell number, and I was planning on calling in. Yep.
Okay. All right. Then nothing from the county attorney. We are going to go in executive session here, but just a minute, let me read this right here. For future meetings and notices, we're closed in observance of the Christmas holidays, Tuesday, December 24th, and Wednesday, December 25th, 2024. We'll be closed in observance of New Year's Day, Wednesday, January 1, 2025. Wednesday, our next meeting will be Wednesday, January 8, 2025, regular meeting at 6 o'clock p.m. And then our second meeting for January will be Tuesday, January 28th, 2025, regular meeting at 6 o'clock PM. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
For the purpose of tax matters and personnel, yes.
Second.
And second, all in favor? We're now in executive session at 6:39. Go back in regular session, got a second, all in favor? There was no action taken in executive session, so there's nothing else further to discuss or bring up. Do we have a motion to adjourn this?
So moved.
So moved.
Second, all in favor? We are adjourned at the end of 2024. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Thank you,
Christmas,
too.
everybody.